Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Donna Sue. Hi, Treese. How are you? How's it going? Hi, Sue. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Boy, oh boy, is it a Monday. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me tell you what. Hi, Miss Edie. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Anya. Yay. Hi, Tina. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Dana. Hola, Ari. How's that beautiful mama? Juicy. Doing all right. It's definitely a Monday. Man, folks do not know how to drive. It's just so it's raining. It's been raining, and it's for us here in the valley. It's raining a lot, and fairly hard. Um, but people just don't know how to drive, and it's like I'm literally coming in, throwing everything all around so I can get ready to do my live. It's just, you know, this once Trevor's done with this last part of his senior year at college, life will be just so much easier, y'all. Golly. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Martin. Saludos, Susanna. Oh, thank you. Matches the necklace. So, yeah, so it's just a little crazy. And, it just, people, they get, it's like rain, distracted, they're eating, they're on their phone, they're rubbernecking, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my gosh, just drive. Just drive normal. Just be a normal person and drive. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Cindy. No, I will not miss driving 8 times in one day, going back and forth 8 times in one day, Miss Sue. I will not. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lori. No, Tina, we're not here. Not here. Am I drunk? Are you drunk? I don't know. Are you drunk? Hi, Carrie. All right, so hi Carol. Let me get my desk on the screen. So I did get in my order from Would You Bin, and I am gonna open it. Hi Bernice. I started following you when you were with Nicole. I loved your work, ideas, and personality. You're so sweet. Oh, thanks. Bernice, you don't need to always type your name. I know who you are. Hi, Karen Atterbury. Yes, so I go up and drop them off, come back. I go up and pick them up and come back. I go up and drop them off and come back. Then I go up and pick them up and come back. Whoa! It's like, whoa. You heard 6 of me? Oh, Lord, that's way too much. Hi, Laura from Las Vegas. I lived in Las Vegas for about 7 years in Summerlin. Hi, Patty. It just said it's 2 minutes to Terry time. All right. So I'm going to share with you what I got from my last Would You Been order, because there's a couple of things that I want to do to that frame, and I can't remember what's in here. And so I might want to do some stuff that is so much sweet. Oh, I know. And it's 6 times a week. Mondays and Wednesdays are the only days that I have to go. Daddy has a night class though. So Mondays and Wednesdays are the only awful days. But yeah. Lordy B, I'm telling you what, I'll be glad when it's over. Oh yay. So these are the Posh Chocolate Metallic, and then this is the patina. I didn't have the black. You guys know that I love the aqua patina and the Prussian blue, so I actually got the Posh Top Metallic paste, which I'm gonna leave out because we might use some of that. Oh, I got some more of my brushes since Onyx decided to eat my last one. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Lynn Perkins. How are you? Angel, what's going on, sweet Angel? So let's hope that Onyx stays away from these ones. All right. So, no peanuts on the ground. And I usually open this in the garage, but as I was skirting in, this was in there. So, okay, so this is that piece that I used on that gray, the glass container. And then, so this is 2171. I like that. I actually like that middle piece. This is 1297. Hi, Jackie Bates. Hi, Julie. Preparing for another hand cramp tonight. Yes, so Monica is on tonight. Of course, we would get this today. That would have looked pretty on that, on the edges. So this is TR 748. Doggone it. Oh well, I like them. I like the edges. So I got this. Do you guys remember that gold, really pretty kind of shaped, I don't even know what it was. At first when I picked it up, I thought it might be like for a wine bottle, but it ended up just being like a gold, like very pretty, almost like an hourglass shape at the top, and then it tapered down. Well, the top part that looks similar to this is broken on one side. So I think I'm going to go in and Dremel it off and then see if I can't put something like this back to back and put that up there. I don't know. Or I just might change the topper altogether. So that's a new trim that I haven't had before. 701. I like that. And peanuts. No peanuts. No peanuts. Okay, this is the petite trim. I was almost out of that. So it doesn't look like I got any corners. I thought I did with this order. Maybe it's the next one. Oh, that's pretty. Hi, Helen. I would love to try Would You Been, but I have bought so many molds. Oh, I have hundreds and hundreds of molds between Prima and IOD and LaBlanche and Emlems and yeah. Oh, there is a corner in here. Okay, and it's a smaller corner. I've used this before. That might work on there. I thought I had a corner. I thought I had more, but it's probably in a different one. All right, so this is why I usually open it in the garage because of all the peanuts. And Jack doesn't fuss with it, but Onyx, she'll be all in the peanuts. All right, so when we left yesterday, we were doing the frame and I told you guys I would go inside and paint the inside and paint around the edges, which I did. And then I brought in that same highlight that we did on the outside with the blue and the champagne. I did that on the outside and inside. And then I went ahead and put bonding primer on the wings cross metal. I did put this in the description, so everything that I use up until yesterday is in the description. Hi, Rennie. Handmade Haven Studios in the house. Too bad they aren't biodegradable. Oh, yeah. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Sheila Teagan. Sorry if I missed. I said hi. Sheila Teagan. Maybe I will. Oh, well, your Happy Meal is actually going to come from Decoupage Queen. Hi, Pamela Parker. If you, is it Christmas? If you get some Happy Meal from me, I'm starting to put in some pieces of Would You Been for y'all to try. Okay. So, what I was thinking about doing is possibly, doing something like, the corners inside. Let's open this up since we just got this and see what it looks like. Because I'm also thinking that we will raise her up a little bit so she's not flat to the board. So I'm going to give her some lift under there. Hi, Jamie. I've never tried wood-you-been like that petite trim you showed us. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Yeah, I've seen people like on TikTok and do those videos and stuff where they eat those biodegradable peanut. I'm like, why? 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 All right, so let's put these in here. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see all of it. Let me shift you up a little bit. Yep, that's my... And then let's see. Because again, she's not going to sit flat. I don't know why she became a she. You know, she, him, it, they. I'm going to end up calling it all the pronouns in a minute. You just watch. It'll be a him in a minute. And all right. So what do we think about having something in there like that? And then remember, what I'm saying is, you know, this is going to come off of it like this. Hi, Robin. Yeah, I know. I know. They are crazy over there on TikTok. It's a little cuckoo, cuckoo. And then I already have the idea of what we're going to paint that. And I want to put some chameleon varnish down on this paper as well. So hi Sonia, hi Linda. I like the corners. Lots of rain and mudslides, so truck cleaning out my stuff. Oh, goodness gracious. So let me turn it like this so you guys can actually see the whole thing. See, I want to sit her on something now because it to me makes a difference than it being so flat down there. So if it's raised up, she's going to come up off of the board. Hi, Lori. Carrie says it looks pretty. Love the corners. Love it. The corners make the piece. I don't think you need them. It looks a little busy. Okay, so let's paint the corners. Let's paint the cross. And then before we commit to putting them down, once they're painted and ready to be put down, then we can decide. Because I actually think, I understand what you guys are saying, that it looks busy. But when sometimes it's hard to really get a visual when the colors are so off. That's why, like, I know yesterday when the sides were white, it was throwing me off. So, all right, so we're going to take the chameleon varnish really quickly, put a layer of this down before we start working on this cross. So, I know, right? It makes a difference when she's raised up. It really does. Hi, Kathy. So how are all of my friends doing today? I know we have a lot of rain, but I know other areas are probably getting it a lot worse. Telling you, of all the days for it to be so super yucky outside, I just wish it wasn't Mondays or Wednesdays. Okay, can I pick a day? Can I pick a day, please? So last night it was so super windy, and of course, so I don't know how it works in your town, but for here, when we have garbage days, so every other week they pick up either the green waste or your recycling waste, right? Always the trash goes out, but every other week you alternate the blue and green cans. Well, yesterday, of course, was the blue can. And I was just dreading it, putting it out there. I was like, oh, Lordy B, I know the boxes are going to be flying all down the street. So I didn't break down all of them. I just broke down, you know, enough so that the lid would super, super close good. And then hopefully the wind wouldn't take it and blow it up. So when I opened the garage this morning, I was like one eye kind of trying to, oh, do I have to go pick up everything? But It was okay. It was okay. Hi, Renee. Hi, Veronica. How are you, my friend? Cold and windy, a dear friend of mine. Oh, goodness gracious, Dana. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, Judy Stalker. It's not time to go pick them up yet. Hi, Christiana. How are you? All right, so let me show you what's happening with that, what we just did. So now we have that twinkle from the chameleon varnish, right? But when you're holding it straight on, of course, I have a lot of lights on, but when you're holding it straight on, you don't see, you know, a lot of it. You just see the twinkle when the light hits it. So let's put that down and let that dry. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Miriam. Having sepsis, COPD, and now COVID is kicking my butt. Stop it. I know, Veronica, and I know it's easier said than done, my friend, but just have the faith, and we're praying for you to have, you know, your strength and healing. So, I hate it. I hate it. I truly, truly do. Breaks my heart. All right, so I'm really excited to do this first. So let's tackle her first. So what I'm gonna do for the love is we will go in there with probably the liquid leaf with a very fine detail brush and paint the love. Troy's messing with Onyx, so if you hear little screeches, that's what she's biting his shoe on his foot. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so first what I want to do to the cross is I want to take the deluxe paste in champagne, and I got a new one, y'all. Love new ones. Look at how yummy that looks. So let's get a little. So you always want to stir your deluxe paste. You want to stir your decor metals. Just give it a little, you know, stir. Just to get all of that mica moving in there. Okay. And then let me take a dauber. And then let's start. So now, yes, I could paint it black, but I actually am going to like, or at least I think I will, the having more, you know, of a softer champagne on here. Because if you remember, what we're doing is, so if you remember the paper, right? So we're playing off the paper. What happened, Bubs? What? So that little guy that you hear, that's Troy boy. That's my son. And he will probably have PT time soon, which is pudding time. After he's trying to get his little fingers over here to get my phone. I see you. Just because I'm not looking at you doesn't mean I don't see what you're doing, you little sneaky. There you go, my love. All right. So I'm just going to use the dauber. You can use a paintbrush if you want to. But I'm just going to use the dauber to get the color down on here first. And I'm going to use my... What, Pops? Hi, Marisa. How are you? Mama Vision? Heck yeah. You know, it's funny because you ever think about those things that, like, you know, when you become a mother, and all the things that your mom used to say to you when you were small, and you're like, you know, like, I got eyes behind my head. Just because I'm not looking at you, I can still see you. You know, the hearing, you know, you can hear everything. You know what every sound is. And it's so funny because I think about those things and I'm just like, yep. Well, I always knew my mom knew everything anyways that we were up to. I wasn't a bad kid or anything, but man, you couldn't get away with nothing. Okay, so let me do this up here, and then I'll come in with a smaller dauber for the wings or the outside of the cross here. Yes, I see you. I hear you. What are you doing? Or she would just, you know, even though you don't think she could see you, she'd call you out and, why are you doing XYZ? And you're like, where are you? How did you know? Okay, so it's very light. I don't know if you guys can tell. Ooh, that's an icky color. Let me fix that balance. Is that better? So we'll have to come in with another layer, of course. But again, usually I will paint it black, but I didn't want the black base. I could have just left it, right? Because if you remember, the cross itself was black. And actually, because this is the deluxe paste, you could have just, you wouldn't have needed to put the bonding primer on there. You could have went right on it with the metal and the deluxe paste. It would have stuck. Okay, so I might not be able to do too much with the dauber. I'm not too worried about getting the wings right now because we're going to paint the wings the darker brown color. But I don't want it to be just like glob of it on there like that. So let's dry this now since it's got a little bit of a base for it to stick to. And then we'll put some more on there. The older you get, you wish you had listened. Oh, yeah, she was right all the time. Thank you, Sonia. My boys were probably 10 before they realized I couldn't see through walls. I remember my niece used to get so afraid because my brother would say, come here, look me in the eyes. I can tell if you're lying to me. Look me in the eyes. And she would just be so nervous. Your eyes will tell me everything. And she would just be freaking out. And it was like, well, whether she was or not, she's freaking out. But so my mom, she passed in 2011. But yeah, I giggle all the times that I could think about what, you know, the little things that I still say to Troy. Troy's 23. But he, you know, he does have special needs and he's nonverbal, but I always say he's very verbal. But some of the things that I still say to Troy just cracks me up. It's like I hear my mom. So I will get, you know, you guys know, just like the sides and everything else, I will get really detailed and paint the back side. I'll paint under the underside. I tend not to do that on the lives too often, just so I don't bore you guys with more paint drying. So I put that first layer down with the dauber, but I can't get to it really well with the wings behind it over here. I'm looking at it now to see if I could have unscrewed it, but I can't. Mom had people everywhere who told her what I was doing. Even with the office at school, I could never skip school or do anything. Oh, yes. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that even Troy he might not say words, but he gets his point across. I thought it was so cute one day when Dana said to me, she said, even I understand what Troy wants now. And I said, yep, like you get to know him. You get to know him. My mom and sister watch over us. I was a baby, but I've heard stories that she'd be holding me and scaring my other siblings by giving them the death stare. Always worked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, it was I've talked about this many a times when like you do something, you're at like your cousin's house or you know a friend's house or something, and you do something, I don't know, something you weren't supposed to do. Maybe you know I was always a girl, we were always yelling and screeching or something, and mom would give that look, right? And it was the look like, you just wait till we get home. And, you know, we always hoped that she would forget by the time we went home, that she would forget. Just maybe she'll forget. We'll just be extra good, and maybe she'll forget by the time we get home. What, Papas? What did you do? You pulled off the finger thing? What do you want me to do? Glue it back on there? You want me to glue it back on there? All right, so I'm just going to set it down for a minute. Obviously, you guys can see the paint's getting kind of all over, but that's why I did this part first, because I'm going to put darker paint on the outside. We're going to come in with that deep gold. And then, well, if you didn't have Hulk Hogan hands, you wouldn't have ripped it right off. Silly goose. All right. So let's dry this again, and then I'll paint a little bit more. You want me to glue it on here, Papas? Hi, Helena. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Kathy. Yeah, my mom was, she was fairly young, but she'd always had heart problems. And actually, when I was living in Las Vegas and she was visiting me is when she passed. So, but she was with us, and I am thankful for that. Because she lived here in California, so, but she was there visiting us, so she was with us. Troy, I did it, son. You got to give it a minute, okay? All right. So let's come in one more time. It's a little bit of a process, I know. Again, I can always come in and tinker with it a little bit more, but for the most part, you guys get this part is going to be that gold. And then what I wanted to do was after this dried down, oh, see, this is really pretty down here. This is what I want. When this dries down, we will take a little bit of the champagne middle pigment and do a layer of that as well. All right. So we will tinker with that a little bit more as we are. Yeah, it was Drusy, but also it was, but then it wasn't because she was with us. So the best was when she cracked you for something you did not do and then said it was for next time. All right, so I am going to now take the deep gold. So the deep gold is what we use around the frame. So I'm going to take the deep gold and paint the wings, the deep gold. So this, like I said, all of that is in my description. Everything that I used yesterday is in the description. And then anything that I add today, I will add to the description. I remember one time my mom could have swore that I said something underneath my breath, but I promise I didn't. I promise you guys, to this day, I did not. And she swore I did. And I tried to, I was like, oh man, I swear, I promise I didn't. And she went to like pop my butt, and I tucked my butt in, but my head was back. So she grabbed my ponytail, and I was like, oopsie. She didn't like yank on it, but because I was trying to get away from her. And I tucked my behind in, and she was like, oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. All right, so I've told you guys you can use water, you can use your pigment infuser. The metal paste, a little goes a long way. So I always just kind of take out a little at first and then work with it, and then, you know, kind of go from there. I try not to take out a lot at the beginning. Okay, so let's get these wings done. Oh, Helena, thank you for the stars. Okay, so I'm going to hold it on this wing. So if you remember, this one is the deep gold. So this also gives that gold twinkle, which is in line with what the paper looks like. And now the chameleon varnish on there. So it's all going to be really pretty together. And then when we put in our highlights to define the wings, I'll get the bulk of this, and then I'll get in there with a detailed brush. I have to tell you how much I appreciate that you use a glass plate. I do the same, and my brush water is in an old sugar bowl. Yeah, so I have, you guys have seen I use, a paint palette as well, but I like the plates because I have a flat area rather than, the little slots. And, when I'm cleaning my brushes, I just use my scrubby soap and just clean my plate right off, and it's ready for the next time. So these are old plates that I had when I was, goodness gracious, my early 20s, so over 30 years, close to 30 years. And I don't know why I kept them. We've had many, different sets since then, but I was finally going to get rid of them the last time we moved. And Trevor's the one who said, Mom, you can't use these for crafting or something. And I at first thought, oh, I guess I could maybe, do some decoupage or something on them. Then I was like, wait a minute. They're perfect for like paint. You use paint on them. Aww. I love that. Does she, do you ever put her to sleep, Drusy, while you're Treese, while you're reading? Does she ever just fall asleep because she's just so comfortable, or is she just all into the story? That's so sweet. And while we have this brown out, I will paint those as well. So the angel is from, hi Jody, the angel is from Hobby Lobby, and I did put it in my description. It is linked in my description. I think it's called like a metal cross with angel wings, and it's from the home decor section. So if you're looking in store, that might be helpful to find it. But I did get mine online. I ordered it online. So I just put that link in for you guys. Or the store link, I should say. Kind of wiggle underneath there, but not get too much on the cross. Which we can always go in and touch up the cross now that we've got the base of it painted. All right, let's get the other side. I know, I love that she reads to her too. I think that is amazing. I love that she gets all into it, the stories as she's reading. I think if someone read to me, I would just get all comfy and cozy and probably be snoring. All right. Just get this little area, and then I will paint those corners, and then we'll kind of see. I'm going to go in and, like I said, do the love probably in the liquid leaf. But the wings have so much pretty detail that I can't wait to start putting all the, the highlights and everything back on it, because it's going to really pick up all of that detail. I guess where Trevor works, the town north of us, there was like a big boom last night, and most of that part of town, so actually the southern part of the town all lost power. Hi, Nicole. So they were out of power, and I even got a message from the center that like the worker that Troy is assigned to Troy. They even sent out a message at 6:00 this morning. They called. Thank goodness my phone was on Do Not Disturb. They called and said that the offices wouldn't be open today. So I don't know like how many homes or what were affected, but yeah, I don't know what the big boom was. Obviously, it was probably a transformer or something, but a lot of the town north of us lost power. It's like, oh goodness, I hope that doesn't come this way. Hopefully we don't have any issues. All right, so wiggling that up in there, and then I'm just going to take this. Hi, Lucia. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. I'm just going to take this really quickly and come right over these little areas here. Okay. And then also put that second layer up there. Okay. What is this right here? Too much brown. What, Bubba's? All right. So let's get, I'll put that aside just for a minute. And then let's get these corners. The color looks really strange today. I don't know what's going on. I can never tell if it's my computer looking funny or if it's the color on screen. And I will paint all of the back as usual. See, now it looks like it's orange. I don't know why. Let me see. Oh, I guess it looks okay. I don't know. You guys tell me if I need to mess with the color. So I'm going to do these again. So what we're going to do is the same kind of color that we did here on the side. So we'll do that to the corners, and then we'll, it does? Okay. Copper? Copper? I'm looking at it on my phone. It looks better on my phone than it does on screen. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of the deep gold. And then, again, just kind of mix some water in that. It looks okay. Okay, thank you, Juicy. Of course, hot flashes. Of course, fans on. And of course, I've got the sniffles. I swear I don't have a cold every day. And it's funny because I can sit here with the fan on any other time when I'm creating off of a live and my nose isn't running. But sure enough, every time I get on camera, it does. So as a reminder, if you are interested in, Monica is live tonight at her regular time. Sorry, guys. I don't stop sniffling somehow. Hey, Trish, how are you? No, Betty. Not even close. Not even close. I'm allergic to you. No. I don't know. It's strange, though, because I don't do, I mean, this is where I work any other time, if I'm on camera or not, and I'm not sniffling and doing all that annoying noises when I'm over here by myself, so. But yeah, so just, so if you're not sure who Monica is the beautiful lady that I had on my channel last Wednesday, guys? Last Wednesday from Team BFF. Her and her husband Steve. All the jewelry that I am always wearing. That's who I get it from. So they do lives Mondays 7 o'clock Eastern. So if you're interested. Do you, Nicole? Really? You can't be there, right? Dana, look. I will be there, ma'am. Somehow, some way, I will be there. No, I'll be there because 7 o'clock is only 4 o'clock my time. And Trav doesn't get out of school until almost 8 o'clock. I'll be there, Miss Dana. I have the same issue. The only difference is I'm not talking when I'm by myself. So my hiccups have now become a trademark. You get hiccups. It's the weirdest thing. Sue had a theory that it was because I was standing up sometimes, because there was a period. I mean, you guys see, sometimes if I'm working on something that's bigger, I'll stand up, or if I need to make sure something's straight, I'll stand up. And we had noticed that it was kind of doing that at that time. So it was like, oh, maybe it's because when you stand up. But now it's just, goodness gracious, I feel like it's every stinking time. Okay, so we have our corners, and I'm going to lift so they don't get stuck. Could have just painted it on my glass mat, but I always forget, waste a paper towel. Okay, let's make sure. I'm going to start turning it all the different ways now to see what I've missed. Because look at that, I missed that whole side. Hi, Anne. How are you? It's so good to see you. I hope you've been well. Please bib on everything so I can't get it. Oh, please bid on everything tonight. Where do we go for the jewelry tonight? So you will go to the pages Team BFF2. Team BFF2, and I'm pretty sure Sue will probably drop the page in. But it's Team BFF2. Everything is $5. And even if I do bid on everything, Margaret, she usually has multiples. So all right, so that looks pretty good. Let's look one more time at this, and I'm just going to pull out this way from when I was getting in there with the smaller brush to make sure it's all laying. And let me one of my brush guards. Okay, so now what we've got to figure out, though, is, so if I put gold in the heart, what color we want to do on the actual heart. Because I don't know if I want that to be like the Prussian blue color, or Decisions. Every time I say that, it always makes me think of, you guys ever watch the Twilight, the Breaking Dawn? When she's saying decisions. Or not, it wasn't Breaking Dawn. I think it was Eclipse, right? You guys might not know what I'm talking about, but okay. Has anyone heard from Robin? Did she? Yeah, she's been on a few times. I'm waiting for my butterflies. I have so many of them. Carrie buys everything. Yes, I do. I know. Oh, that's awesome, Anne. That's amazing. Okay, so now we've got that. So let's come in and dry these, and then I'm going to come in with the little mixture that we had. Do you ever do commission work? Yes, Jody, I do. I do. I love those books and movies, Terry, but I am glad I read the books before. I actually did too, Trina. I read all of the books before I seen the movies too. And yeah, it's very different, so much better in the books. But you know, usually that's the case. Usually the books are better, but in this case it was very much so. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of our pine green. Again, all of this is in the description. And then I'm going to take some of the navy blue. And I'm not taking a lot because we're just coming in for highlights. Yeah, books are always better. But in this case, it was, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think the first one was anything like the book. I mean, thankfully they got better as they moved along, but yeah, I don't think the first one was anything like the movie. Yes, should read the book first, then watch the movie. Yeah, it just I was a little, and one thing about it is I was really late to this scene. Actually, I specifically remember it was going around at work, and I was like, and they're asking me, do you watch? And no, I don't. And one of the girls had the book, all of the books on her desk, and she said, well, if you want to read, the books, you can. And I was like, oh yeah, I will. And so I loved the books. And so by the time I was done with the books, I think all of them were out, even the first part of Breaking Dawn. And it was okay, but I thoroughly enjoyed the books, but the movie was okay. It was okay. Okay, so let's take this, and now we are going to, just like we did yesterday, but I'm going to get a fluffy brush as well. I'm going to take a stipple brush. These are all Decoupage Queen stipple brushes. And a dry paper towel. We are going to go through, and I don't like the way that looks right there. And we're going to dry brush. We're going to dry brush these pieces to match the board. And like I said, I've got to decide what to do with that heart, because we're going to come in and do the love part, but I really want to figure out what to do to this heart. What color? All right, so I'm going to take let's take the little bit. So a brand new brush. So as always, I tell you when it's, you know, just freshly clean and used, you want to load your brush, work it all into the bristles, continuing to rotate that brush. Now it's all worked in. So now let's get a little bit, and then I'm going to tap off until, and constantly rotating until my brush is almost dry. Okay, and then let's pick up our little corner pieces. And again, I'm not going to choke up on that brush because I don't want a very harsh pigment. I'm going to come and hold it way far out, and I'm just going to flick. So when you're holding it out here and you're literally just flicking the brush, right, it's just able to grab just the high points. Okay, Lori, have a great day. I also read you. Oh, Helena, make sure you post whatever you use it on in the group and give us your thoughts, what you think of it. Soft touch is amazing. Okay, so we have our first piece. Seems like I ordered something nonstop. Something nonstop. Dennis says, here's another package, honey. Oh my goodness. I know, Joy. I know Nick came in today. He goes, did you see you have a package in the garage? I was like, yeah. He goes, but did you see there's one underneath it too? I was like, yeah. Thank you. What, Papas? What you doing, Bubs? What do you need? Okay. So as you guys have noticed, I have not gone back and reloaded my brush because I'm using such light pressure and because I loaded my brush at the very beginning. So when we, you know, worked it into the bristles, you're not going to have to go in when you're dry brushing like this just because you're just barely depositing anything down, right? Hi, Robin. They were just asking about you, friend. They were wondering how you were doing. Thank you, Renee. All right, so let's do this as well. Y'all, hold on a minute. No paint right here. More right there. What the heezy weezy? Maybe I didn't look with my good eye. Really sore, but I'm okay. Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay though, Robin. All right, so these are our corners, and we haven't even put our champagne on them yet. So now before I go in with to the wings, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to load my brush. I'm going to tap all of that off. Okay, and then I'm going to actually I'm going to work this way, right? So I can get the tips of the wings. See how it's just picking up here? We'll have to get a smaller one for in there. Okay, and then I'm going to come on the edges here as well. It almost gives like the wings have like, I don't know if you could see it, kind of is trying to give like almost the wood grains. You know how you have the lines from the wood grains? All right, so let's take a even smaller stipple brush. Where's my tiny one? Right in front of my face. I'm going to get a tiny one. Same thing. This is nothing in there, so we've got to go first and load it all up and get it all in the bristles, work it all in there. Good evening, Jill. Pigment does not mix with building glue. Pigment does not mix with building glue. I seen how you mixed up the pigment yesterday, but will gilding, oh, gilding glue. No, not with gilding glue. No, you need like a pigment fix or a pigment infuser, or you can even mix it in like, I mean, shoot, you could put it in heavy body gel. Okay, so now I've got this on the smaller brush, so I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in here and hit where I couldn't get to. Okay. And now I'm going to change my brush. And now very, very, very lightly. So I'm going to hold it all the way out towards the end. Now I'm going to go with come out with it. All right. So now it's going to sink a little bit into, like I said, it looks like they're, you know, even though it's all porcelain, they're emulating like a wood feel on the wings. Okay. Actually, I'm going to come here and then I'm going to tip it up and go in there. And then, like I said, I will go in and fine tune, you know, because I can still see white up underneath the heart and all of that, but I'll get all of that off camera. You too, Renee. Have a great rest of your day. All right, so now let's come in with our beautiful metal pigment. So let me get a little cup. And we're going to do just like we did yesterday. We're going to mix in our pigment. Where did my spoon go? Didn't I put my spoon in here? All right, I'll use another spoon. Okay, so I'm going to grab the pigment fix. This is the Pentart pigment fix. I'm actually going to put some in my little cup first. You can do it whichever way you're comfortable, putting in the powder and then mixing in the pigment fix. So then I'm just going to grab a little bit there. And actually just a tad bit more, and then let's mix that. I think they're really pretty too. I'm just wondering, I'm thinking that we're either going to have to paint, we might paint this champagne color, the actual heart, and then put the love. Maybe should we do the love in the deep gold instead of the liquid leaf. Can you guys see that? Why are you laughing, Totoy? What did you do now? Totoy, what did you do? Why are you laughing? That little giggle like you've up to something. All right. So, thank you. Yeah? Okay, let's do that. So, we'll get that. We'll get a detailed brush. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, so I'll pull them all down. And then we'll put that brown in there and then paint this on there. Okay, but before we do that, I am going to do the same thing that we did with the blue. Again, another clean brush. So I need to load my bristles first. And before we do this on that, I will paint it black, since we're going to do this champagne on there. All right. So same thing. I'm tapping off until I don't have much on there. I'm going to do the same thing and come this way so that it's going to grab the tips. But I'm not trying to get rid of the blue, right? I'm just adding to it with the sparkle of the champagne. I keep wanting to say chameleon, which might be pretty on there too. What, Papas? So again, I'm going to hit the tips. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see? So pretty. Thank you. No, why my phone's on do not disturb. It shouldn't be making any noise. That's why I keep looking back. The only time it should be making noise is if it's Trev or Nick, but it's neither. Okay, then let's get that smaller brush. Again, we're going to have to work it into the bristles really quickly. And then let's come in and do these. I actually use an even tinier brush, didn't I? Right. There's not many in there. Okay, and now I'm going to swoop out. Oh, that's so pretty. This is really sinking into those grains. Hi, Mary Casey. How are you? Okay, let's come up and get... What, Pops? What? She's okay. She's just looking out the window, bud. Hey. Thank you, Betty. The angel song. Okay, and then same thing. I want to come... get around here. So just like the sides of the frame, I will end up doing the back and everything the same because we're going to elevate it just a little bit. If somebody gets it at the wrong angle, they might see the back. Although, you know, I always finish it all over anyways, but I really wouldn't somebody walking from this side and they see that back there. Like, really? All right. So let's do the same thing here. We're going to, actually, let me go back to the bigger one. And then again, we're going to go in here and just flick at it. Ay, ay, ay. It's so pretty. So now if you could see the difference between the two. Okay. There we go. He left early today. Thank you, Juicy. He left early today. Actually, as soon as I hit the live button, he left. And I said, "Aw, you're messing up my routine." He started laughing. Yeah, that's why we haven't heard him. Let me tell him goodbye. Okay. Our last one. God bless you, son. All right. So we have our corners. Onyx, you're going to knock down that stuff. Yeah, you can, right? The wings turned out gorgeous as my trees grow gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So now let's go in here. I do want to paint, because we're going to put the chameleon metal pigment on here. I am going to start with a black base, and everywhere else. Okay. Probably need a smaller angle brush than this, but we'll start with this. All right. So it gets on my hands, Betty. I wipe it. It gets on my hands though. I feel like my hands are always got messy paint on it. You laughing at me? Huh? You laughing at me, son? Okay. Now, up here, I don't want the black sinking in there. So I'm going to make sure I don't have my brush just freshly loaded. And then I'm going to hold it flat so that way it doesn't go into the word. But I do want all of these little dots gone. Okay. Lime juice. What did I miss? Lime juice curdling? Mm. All right. So we have that base ready. So now I'm going to, while that is drying, let's take a detail brush. All right. Now I'm going to go in directly into the deep gold. So this is the color of the wings. And then I don't want any stray hairs. So we're going to get it in the recess of the word. You guys see? Let's go do it like that so I don't have to hold it in the air. Trying to use the little bit of the bigger brush that I have to get most of the color and then go in there with the tiny brush. But again, I'm not too worried about it getting on that's why I'm going to do this part first before we go in with the champagne pigment to cover it up. Don't fail me now. Okay, now let's get a smaller brush and then get into the smaller areas here. And then just kind of Hi, Joy. How are you? Troy, what are you opening, bud? Sounds like you're ripping something. Okay. Again, I don't care if it's getting on the black. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to go in with that the champagne and then have to come back in with this dark, because it's gonna get all over it. Okay, for the most part, I can't see any more. Let's go this way. I don't see any more white that way. Okay. Now let's mix up some more of the champagne pigment and then paint that whole heart. Oh, man. Y'all. Champagne pigment or the white gold? Hi, Luann. How are you? You're going blind watching? Hi, Wendy. Uh-oh. I think I might have just changed my mind. So I'm going to go in with, hi, Miss Wanda. I'm going to go in with a tighter packed brush and see. Because we can also put that pigment over to get some of that sparkle from the pigment. All right. So again, I don't want a lot of paint on my brush when I go over that word, when I go over the love, so that way it doesn't sink into it. Otherwise, this will be all for naught. So let's set it down. And then dang it. Doggone it. Hi, Regine. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a smaller brush. I can't even see what you're doing, Pops. I just hear you, like, taking plastic or something. Are you opening up a cheese stick? Maybe? Is that what the plastic sound is? If you bring it to Mama, I'll help you. Okay. Hi, Dana. How are you? Hey, gang, I missed her telling us what she's using. What I'm using right now is the Delicate Metallics White Gold. Am I going crazy? Oh, my word. I was like, what on earth? I know I'm crazy. But I'm not that crazy. There. Do we like that? Thanks. If you could witness me trying to watch this with my right eye now wondering how you pulled that off, you would be... Really? I didn't think it was that hard. Were you guys wondering if I was gonna really, like, botch that or what? That's funny. Okay, so now that we have that on there, what I do want to do, though, is still get that metal pigment because it has a different kind of sparkle, and put that sparkle on there. Thank you. And then, we will see a little, not a big deal, but I see a little blue. Again, I will really get in here with this champagne and really, like, detail, because there I can still see, like, underneath there's a little bit of white, but there's white all on the back that I'm gonna have to do. So let's see if that's even still usable in there. I just threw my phone. That's gorgeous. Aw, thanks, guys. So that is still workable in there. So now, oh yeah, I don't even know. You could see that sparkle that it's leaving. So they're very similar in color, but this has a little bit of a sparkle. I don't know what the deal is right there. Let's dry that because it's not grabbing or something. You guys are funny. Yes, you could. All right. Let's grab the delicate again. No. There's something that was on that wood or what? Looks like it's going to cover now. And let's go back over that with the... It did at first, yeah, Juicy. It did. So now what we'll do is put this all back on the frame and see if we like the corners, because I think now it'll be easier to tell what the corners painted. Because sometimes when things are in their raw state, it's hard to tell. All right, let's get this and this out of here. Too much. Put that in there. Are these all covered before something falls and splashes me? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Betty. That's what I think. I think it was hard for everyone to tell because, like I said, they were in the raw wood state. So, all right. So we put the chameleon varnish on our frame, and it is upside down. Okay. So, is that all the way out? Yeah, it's out. See, now look at it, y'all. Let the poor lady alone, guys. So now look at it. Now I don't think it's too much. So again, let me find something that's gonna lift this. Hold on. Because I think it makes a difference that they're painted, right? Goodness gracious, I couldn't even reach. Okay. So let's just put, I can't even tell if it's in the middle or not. So now, what do you guys think? Oh, thanks, Kathy. So now I really don't, I like the corners a lot, right? So again, I think it was throwing everybody off because it was wood. Yeah, now you guys like the corners in there? With the capital L? With the capital L. Yay! I'm glad you guys like it. So, I don't know now if she needs anything else. Again, I'll go in and fine tune her in the back because she's lifted up so high. I don't want somebody to be walking from the side and see underneath. And then I don't know if we need any little bits of sparkle on these. I think it's good, yeah. Just like that. Hi, Sandy Triplet. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. So the only thing I will need to do now is just glue these down. And then I will fix the... Oh, yeah, that's the way I want you. So these are just the Jenga blocks. And then... Because I like how high that is right there. I think that'll be perfect right there. Yay! Yes, it is. You picked it all up at Hobby Lobby. Did you picture it turning... When you picked it out at Hobby Lobby, did you picture it turning out so beautifully? I didn't know. No, probably not, Mary Casey. I don't know. I never really know. I love, like I said, I love picking up just the wooden frames from Hobby Lobby because I like to be able to put on my own trimmings and whatnot. But as soon as I seen the wings with the cross, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be pretty. So I think that, the way that it all came together was wonderful. I'm super happy with that, of course. So, from Southern California, Betty. Yeah, see, I'm Central. I'm Central Valley, so I'm right smack in the middle of California. So, anyhow, that is pretty much it. All I'm gonna do now is just paint the back of the angel. I'll sit here and glue on the corners and then, okay, stop with the beautiful angels. Stop with the beautiful angels. Okay. So, tonight, hi, Kathy Dean. I didn't say hi to you either. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you, Miss Wanda. So tonight, if you guys want to go over and join me in Monica's room at 7 o'clock Eastern. So what is that? In like half an hour, something like that. 2 hour. What time is it? Oh, it's only almost. It's 2:35. I thought it was 3. Thank you. Thank you. So, I will be in there in 2.5 hours on Monica's page. If not, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, and I'll have a new project for you. So, Lord knows what that'll be. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please take care and whoops. Please take care and I'll see you tomorrow. Talk to you later.